What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Nick here, and tonight I will be revealing my predictions for the first ever Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view, which is the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, which will take place this Sunday in Dallas, Texas, only on the WWE Network, and it is presented by Rocket League, which is available now for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Alright guys, we're going to kick things off with the tag team division as Sheamus and Cesaro will defend the Raw tag team titles against the Hardys in a 30-minute ironman tornado match. Now, of course, it is rare that the tag team division has competed in a ironman match, but of course the rules are quite simple, especially for the tag teams. Both teams will be in the ring at the same time. Based on what I know, there are no countouts and no disqualifications. A fall can be obtained by way of pinfall or submission, and the team that accumulates the most falls within the 30-minute time limit will become the Raw Tag Team Champs. Honestly, in this type of environment, it's all about who has more stamina and who has the will to go on. And in this case, as we've seen in the past, the Hardys have shown us that they can do it. They can go beyond their limit. Now, as for Sheamus and Cesaro, honestly, they are a formidable tag team. I'll give credit where credit is due. You know, they're probably one of the most dominant tag teams that we've had in recent years. But in this case, I'm gonna have to go with Sheamus and Cesaro on this one, only because I don't really think that the Hardys can do it, especially in their day and age. I don't think they can do it, but I'm not counting them out. Literally, I'm not. Alright guys, now we move on to the Intercontinental Championship as The Miz will defend his title against the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. Now, of course, this match was made on Raw earlier tonight. Of course, I was just watching it just now on the USA Network, and yes, Kurt Angle forced The Miz to defend the title against Heath Slater, and whoever became the champion earlier tonight will go on to Great Balls of Fire this Sunday and face Dean Ambrose will defend the title against Dean Ambrose this Sunday. Of course, The Miz won the match, even though he had himself a little wardrobe malfunction with his dress pants. But still, The Miz was still able to walk away with a victory, and so The Miz will be defending his title against Dean Ambrose. Normally, I would say that this is a no-brainer, but because that The Miz has his wife Maryse and the Miztourage, honestly, I don't really think Dean Ambrose can defeat The Miz. But you know what? Honestly, I'm going with Dean Ambrose on this one, because if anyone can overcome the odds, he can. Alright guys, now we move on to the Cruiserweight division as the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, will defend the Cruiserweight title against Akira Tozawa as part of the Great Balls of Fire kickoff show, which can be seen on YouTube, the WWE Network, and many different platforms. And of course, Akira Tozawa is actually representing the Titus Worldwide brand. This should be a very, very interesting match because honestly, I think these two are pretty evenly matched. I mean, you look at a guy like Neville, who who became who became a former who became a NXT Tag Team Champion and an NXT Champion in his own right, and then won the cruiserweight title earlier this year, all the way back in January, at the Royal Rumble against Rich Swann, and Neville's just been unstoppable ever since. And for a guy like Akira Tozawa, he's walking into this match at a major disadvantage because he was eliminated from the Cruiserweight Classic back in the summer, over the summer. I think last year over the summer, and yeah, so Akira Tozawa is basically going into this match with a major disadvantage. So honestly, this is a no-brainer, Neville, no doubt, because he's been unstoppable ever since he won the Cruiserweight title. I don't think he's ever going to give that up easily. All right, guys, now we move on to a match that honestly many people believe that it would not happen, but it will happen this Sunday, as Enzo Amore will go one-on-one with Big Cass. Now the whole thing started this whole thing dates back five years. 5 years, all the way back in NXT, where they were the most popular tag team in NXT. You know, winning matches here and there, losing matches here and there, but you know what? They were probably one of the most eccentric tag teams that we had seen in recent memory. And everything just went downhill literally a month ago, where Enzo Amore was attacked numerous weeks, and then Big Cass was attacked, supposedly, but then it came to find out that he faked his attack, and it was Big Cass who attacked Enzo. And so everything that Enzo believed in regarding Big Cass just went away. And this Sunday is going to be a very sad match to see, just in my honest opinion. But honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Big Cass on. I'm gonna predict Big Cass to win the match, only because he says that he's where the money is. I say prove it. Prove it. If he can defeat Enzo Amore this Sunday, then maybe he is where the money is. But we'll see. We'll see what happens this Sunday. Alright, guys, now we move on to a match we move on to a match in which the rivalry has been going on for the last few weeks, as the Kingslayer Seth Rollins goes one-on-one with the so-called god of WWE, Bray Wyatt. Now, of course, Seth Rollins a few weeks ago called Bray Wyatt a false prophet, and that took Bray Wyatt by surprise. So over the last few weeks, Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt have exchanged, have had a war of words, if you will, and it'll all come ahead this Sunday. Honestly, this is one of those matches where it's practically impossible to call, because both of these two stars both were WWE champions. They both were tag team champions, and that just proves that they're the best that the WWE has to offer. And for a guy like Seth Rollins, who just recently who just recently went into WrestleMania and took down Triple H, while Bray Wyatt walked into the match as WWE champion and walked out empty-handed. And yeah, again, this is just one of those matches where you can't really call it, so it's practically impossible. But if I really had to pick, I'm gonna have to go with go with Seth Rollins on this one. Alright guys, now we move on to the fourth of 5 title matches we have on the card. This one is for the Raw Women's Championship, as Alexa Bliss will defend the title against Sasha Banks. Now Sasha Banks last week on Raw defeated Nia Jax in a gauntlet match to earn the right to face Alexa Bliss this Sunday. And believe it or not, Sasha Banks was the last participant in the gauntlet match. So all she had to do was just to defeat Nia Jax, and she did so. And yeah, so this is basically, in my book, this is a rivalry that dates back all the way back to their days in NXT, where both Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks they've had a lot of matches in NXT, and most of the time Sasha Banks has came out on top. So when you ask the question who will walk out as champion, that's obvious, Sasha Banks, because Sasha Banks has defeated Alexa Bliss so many times in the past, and I truly believe that Sasha Banks can do it again. It is that simple. Alright guys, now we move on to the ambulance match, as Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with Braun Strowman. Now the rules for the ambulance match are so very simple. There are no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent so bad that you just put him in the ambulance, close the door, and the ambulance drives away. It's that simple. There have been a few ambulance matches in WWE. Of course, one of them was Kane against Shane McMahon. And I believe another one was John Cena against Kane. And there's only been a select handful of ambulance matches in WWE. And this Sunday, it will be Roman Reigns against Braun Strowman. You know what? Honestly, this is another one of those matches where you can't really call it. You know. I mean, both of these superstars are great. They're really impressive in the ring. Literally, they are. And honestly, I can't call it. Literally, I can't. This is one of those matches where you never really know what will happen. It's like the old saying. Anything can happen. And I think that with this ambulance match, anything can and will happen. So who knows? Alright guys, it is now time for the main event. It will be for the Universal Championship, as the Beast, Brock Lesnar, will go one-on-one with Samoa Joe. Now, Samoa Joe earned the right to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view last month. Yes, last month, as he made Finn Balor pass out to the Coquina Clutch at Extreme Rules, earning him the right to face Brock Lesnar. Now, over the last several weeks, both Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe have had a series of brawls, a war of words, and whatnot. And this is one of those matches where it's the irresistible force meets the immovable object. Now, in this case, the irresistible force, Samoa Joe. The immovable object, Brock Lesnar. In this case, this is going to be the biggest fight of Brock Lesnar's career. But it'll be the biggest opportunity in Samoa Joe's career. So this match is going to be pretty evenly matched. This is going to be what's the phrase? Catch as catch can match. Yeah, I think that's how it is. This will not be no catch as can match. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a war between these two. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Samoa Joe on this one because he's hungry. He's brash. He's cocky. He's pretty much everything that defines a WWE superstar. And for a guy like Samoa Joe to be Universal Champion after only being in the main roster for a few months, that's a huge thing. So, if Samoa Joe can apply the Coquina Clutch on Brock Lesnar this Sunday, it's over. Literally, it is done. Alright guys, well that is it for the Great Balls of Fire predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to post in the comments below on your predictions for the match card. And remember to subscribe and bell me for more WWE and YuGiOh opening videos. And don't forget my summer giveaway is still going on. So you guys still have a month left to go on Facebook, PM me your full first and last name, where you're from, and let me know you are entering the giveaway. And this is strictly for YuGiOh fans only. And of course, don't forget to send in that fan mail. There will be an address in the description below, so you guys can send in pretty much whatever you guys want. You know, you can send in booster boxes, tins, loose packs, whatever you guys want to bring. Whatever you guys want to send me, you guys are more than welcome to. But if you guys send letters, do not send explict content. I will not accept them. And on that, this is your boy Nick here, signing out.